What's up, everybody? So we got a developer update introducing Workshop for Overwatch. Now, I've went in depth from the forum post that they unleashed recently or released recently, and we went in depth on Workshop. So please be sure to go ahead and give that a browse. But without further ado, let's go ahead and see what Jeff himself has to say about the Workshop. This is something that is really, really cool going forward for Overwatch. We're gonna have some cool game modes. It's kind of like a sandbox mode for Overwatch. Similar to how custom game modes in Fortnite are going on right now, and everybody's absolutely loving that, making content. So let's go ahead and see what's in store.
What's up, everyone? This is Jeff from the Overwatch team. We're here with an awesome update. This one's going to be a bit of a surprise for you all because we have a brand new feature coming to Overwatch and one that's really exciting to us. So the feature is called the Workshop, and the Workshop is coming to the game browser. Now, I know there's immediately a ton of questions about what is the Workshop. The Workshop is a scripting mode that will allow you to make custom game modes within the custom game browser, but also allow you to do really cool things like, for example, you could even prototype your own Overwatch hero using this system. So I'll give you a little bit of history about how we came up with this idea. We have two amazing programmers, one by the name of Dan and one by the name of Keith. And we gave them some free time to work on whatever they wanted. And these two programmers were really familiar with working with our scripting system that we use to make the game. And they said, wow, it would be super cool if we gave the players some of the power that we have as programmers and as game developers to make whatever they could come up with, wherever their imaginations would take them. So Keith and Dan,
when they have to simplify
put a
it
custom layer of interface
to people like me that have no clue
system on top of the one that we use to make the game, so that all of you on both PC and console can start creating your own game modes. So the system is really powerful, and I have to warn you up front, this is more of what I would call a power user feature. The people that I think this will speak to most immediately are people with some experience with other scripting engines that are available publicly on the internet, or people with programming backgrounds.
Yes.
Really, anybody who understands the logic of game making and how game
but it's not something
sort of
I've looked into it. It's not something that's not graspable.
Now,
messing around with it, you'll figure things out.
Done a really good job of making the feature as accessible to everyone as possible.
There we go.
And we also plan on putting a special forum up on the Blizzard website that allows you to interact with us and ask us some questions on how to use it. But you might be wondering, like, examples of some of the things that you can make. And we're going to put some examples into the custom game browser so that way you can open up modes that we've already made and see exactly how they were made and start tweaking them yourselves and sort of adjusting different variables to have different outcomes.
This is going to be fun.
One mode that's really fun, and we look forward to seeing you kind of tweak and do your own thing with, we call the molten floor. And in this mode, anytime a character is on the ground, they catch on fire. So you can imagine how fun a game mode could be with characters like Pharah and Lucio, who have the ability to stay off the ground. You could make something really interesting.
Lucio race! Oh my gosh! Olympic
we see
games.
A lot of you trying to create modes like hide and seek in the game browser, and now you can make much more powerful versions of hide and seek. And then we have a game mode that I just think is awesome, and we'll probably include in the arcade at some point, called Mirror Deathmatch. And Mirror Deathmatch, I think, is really fun. And what that does is it's free-for-all deathmatch, but every character, every player in the map plays the same character for 1 minute. So for 1 minute, we're all McCree. Then it switches over, and next thing you know, we're all Hanzo. And then it switches over, and we're all Ashe. So it's a much more balanced version of free-for-all deathmatch. Something that I've read on the forums and in social media from all of you is that you love mystery heroes, but some of you would like to have a version that you call balanced mystery heroes. And you've talked about, what if mystery heroes had a certain number of tanks and a certain number of supports? So at any time, the two teams were
Dude,
relatively balanced, even though that
this
there
is gonna
was
be good.
random heroes happening. Well, with the workshop, you could
You can
create
force
that
it.
exact mode now,
That's
and you
easy
can
to do.
decide: do you want one tank or two tanks or three tanks, or one support, two support? It's really up to you, and it's very easy once you set
I
up the
hope this
mode to
brings back some
change
people
some of
to the
those
game,
variables. Now, for
YouTuber
those of you
wise.
who are familiar with game logic and scripting or familiar with programming, you'll know that as you're working on creating something custom like this, you often need to go through and find out why it's working or not working just the
Debugging
way you
mode is
intended.
involved.
And programmers in the audience will understand what I'm talking about when I say you need a debugger, something
Yeah.
to help you find any issues
I have
that
no
you've
clue what you're talking
created
about. I just
in your
know it.
script.
That just makes
Luckily, the
sense.
workshop is
Logic.
coming with what we call Workshop Inspector, which is a custom debugger that will allow you to run your game mode, and it will report back to you why certain things are happening, or sometimes it's even more important to know why aren't they happening. You expect a certain thing to happen and it's not. So we think that will be really cool too and really helpful for you. One of my biggest hopes is I know this is a power user feature and there's some technical knowledge needed to use it, but my hopes is that some of you have never gotten to play around with creating game modes and creating game logic, or maybe prototyping a hero. This can be the first time that you can open up one of the existing
Just give it a
scripts that we
go.
have, take a look at it in the workshop, and start to learn how we made it. And maybe you'll realize that you too could be a game developer someday and you can make really cool stuff. So we're hoping that this opens up a whole new wide array of game modes that the community is going to create, and that there'll be some really fun stuff out there for all of you. Now, I also need to put this in the right context. This isn't a map editor. You won't be able to create custom geometry or import art into the game that doesn't currently exist. It mainly allows you to control the game logic behind game modes and what's happening with different heroes. But trust me, it's extremely powerful, and we expect you and are very excited for all of you to do
I would like to be able to
great things.
customize maps,
So
so
we
like
hope you
with
enjoy
what we
it.
already have in
All of the work that you
store.
create on the PTR is going to be able to be copied over using a share function that we're adding. And the share function is really cool because previously, if you had a really good rule set in custom game, it wasn't trivial to share that. Now you'll be able to generate a code and put that code in, whether it's on PC or console, and it works on both of those, and create this custom game all over again that you've either gotten from somebody else or created yourself. So we're extremely excited to see what you all do with this. We hope it opens up a whole new world of Overwatch to you all, and we hope you love and enjoy the workshop. Thank you.
Well, that is very interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. That is Workshop for Overwatch, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what you guys have in store. If you make anything, just go ahead and let me know. I'll definitely be making some content on that. I'll be interested in all game modes in the brand new Workshop of Overwatch. Peace out. Have a great day.